Good afternoon, Biology A students. Let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. The first thing you need to do is open up your Jamboard, and taking a look at our Jamboard, we have a question here. Why is it so difficult to get to the carnivore as a carbon atom? So we want to make sure that we tackle that particular question, and then we get that posted on our Jamboard. And we have that both in fifth hour and also in third hour. So make sure you get that posted and possibly have a small discussion on why it's so difficult on how to get there. Once you've completed your Jamboard, you're going to go to Google Class, and we've already posted in the Google Class your next assignment. We will use, for example, I will use third hour as an example of this, and it will also be in fifth hour as well. The assignment that is posted today is biomass smear ads. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a smear campaign, political ad that is going to show that you understand how a biomass pyramid works. So let me go over the instructions for that. And it says here, create two fictitious political ads for two candidates. Example, Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, and their theories on why the biomass pyramids can only support very few Fox. Include a math slide that shows, what's going on with the levels and why they are shrinking as you go up. An example, we look here, the math slide is just basically has the pyramid on it. And then a process slide. What are the different pools and processes that cause carbon to move into and out and through the pyramid? And then finally, an energy slide. So there's going to be two different people for this. One person is going to be totally wrong, and the other person is going to be totally right. You should have a maximum of 6 slides when you're doing this particular ad. So the first set of slides I put down as the liar, the person that is going to be totally wrong. So you're going to have a slide that shows what's going on in terms of the math. Um, Slide 2 is the processes and pools and how they're involved, and then finally how the energy is involved. And this is all someone that is totally wrong. And then we have somebody that's totally right. So the accurate information that is here. I have a couple examples I'll show you from previous trimesters. So let's take a look at this one here that might spurn your interest and help you out a little bit. So we see here this person has chosen to go with this particular person as being wrong, and they're providing false information about how the biomass pyramid works. We see in this pyramid that the carnivores are much larger than the herbivores. That doesn't make sense, and they have all sorts of things here that they're giving us that it's going to be false information. They have arrows that are false information, talking about motion energy into light energy. We know that doesn't happen, and so they created a false ad here that is showing this. They also use the notes that we took yesterday, and sort of they're misrepresenting the notes in their campaign as well for the 3 slides of the liar. Then we get to the accurate person, and then the Dobby, the house elf, is in this case the person that is right, and they are going to describe all the correct things that this person is doing and showing all the different transfers of energy and so forth that are going on in the biomass pyramid, and also explain how matter is moving. This slideshow is pretty good, but it doesn't really show, again, how the pools are moving into and out of the pyramid. So let me show you another one as well. So example number 2 here, we have this slideshow, which is going to be probably more of what most of you do. We have some, and this one may not be as colorful and as interesting, but we have here O2 coming out and CO2 coming in. That's very strange and bizarre. And they're talking about, again, cellular respiration. CO2 is ingested and O2 is released. Not sure if that's real accurate. And then they show the accurate person here. So they're kind of going back and forth with who's right and who's wrong. And this person is showing the different slideshows. And again, back to Randall Boggs, we see a flipped biomass pyramid, and very strange how they're promoting this, but this is the false advertisement that we often see in political campaigns. And then we have the correct one as well, and they're showing how energy is transferring. This slideshow maybe not is not as good in terms of showing how energy is moving, but again, it's showing you, well, they decided to put in their own slide here that is pretty good in terms of, what is going on with the energy. So they do have some slides here. There's different ways that you can do this. And so they have one that is false as well. So be creative. Again, you're creating a campaign that is going to be useful for people out there to show that you understand how biomass pyramids work and how they're related to the carbon pools that we just studied. So, again, you're going to be coming up with your own campaign using the slides provided. And once you've completed that, you can submit that. It is due by Tuesday of next week. But good luck. Take your time, be creative, and use your imagination. Again, to show somebody that is correct and somebody that is false. Have a great weekend and go Bulldogs.